The reason why it took me so long to switch over, even though I've had it, there was a couple issues. Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be looking over my light spec FPV setup, and I have been refining it with the components that I'm using in here on some of the latest things that came out. They're really cheap, really budget, and I think would be very useful for a lot of people out there. So this is my light micro setup without any charging capabilities. So let's start off with this right here. So I found this a while ago off of Banggood. It's a toolkit, but it has some compartments that are really just awesome. So let me show you this. This is what it comes with here. It comes with all these screws. I'll have it linked down below. I think it's a really well priced for what it offers. Phillips and flatheads and some other things as well, which we can put down. And it also provides you with some blades, and it also provides you with some drill bits. I don't know why, but yeah, you can use those. And some more blades right here. So it's kind of like an X-Acto knife. And this is the guy right here that can be used both ways. You can use the back for the blades and the front for anything here. So let's just put this in real quick and let's take a look at the most interesting part of this, that I would say, which is the compartment space back here. So if we flip this over, we can actually open this, and this doesn't come with anything, but this is my setup here. So this is such a unique box in my opinion that it can do so much here. So you can remove these plastic pieces and rearrange it the way you please. I took that new tool that I received that you can replace the heads of, which is a hex driver tool here. And I've set them up right there. So if I needed to debug, take something apart, I can easily do that. And here I've also bought this from Banggood. This is actually really useful. It's like $2. It's a USB-C to an SD card. And why is this useful? This is useful when you have brushless micros, HD brushless micros, and when you also have, you know, your GoPro, you could go ahead and quickly just put your SD card in here, pull it on your phone, and you're good to go. This is very useful. The SD card goes here, and this goes into your phone, which is really nice. It's been holding up very well. This is my Samsung USB-C to USB if I needed to program a quad. And here I just have a prop tool and, you know, a 2S to an Xt60, which is very useful. And I could fit my propellers here for the Toothpick class, which I really love. And I also have this UR-UAV battery checker. It's really nice. I have a more expensive one, but this is really good because it's very small. It's like a micro size. So this is the whole idea of this. And now I forgot how to put this back. There we go. All right, and then I just put that there. And then here I just have some more screws and stuff that I use. And this is not supposed to be there, but I don't want to leave them out so I don't lose them here. You can go ahead and divide this to as you please, which is something that's really, really cool here. And everything stays where it's supposed to stay, so I really like that here. Now, what do I usually take? Well, since I have a YouTube channel, so SD card or DVR recording is really important to me. This one here is not a UR-UAV. This is where I put all my batteries. Right now, there's a really nice sale on these 3S HVs by G&B, so I'll have those linked down below. They're really great. I also use these 300 milliamp 3S LiPos. They're really great. So here is a total of, I think, like 20 LiPos if you add them all up, because I also use those 1S LiPos. I don't let those sit around and just go to waste, basically. That's why I had that adapter, which changes these two S's into an Xt30, and then I can also fly my Toothpick class, because it is insane to fly those. I just really like that. So I just use whatever I find with these guys here. For my Fat Shark setup, now for the goggles, I use the Fat Shark HDO because I do have to record the DVR. I use an RJX antenna here and a Fox ear. They just work perfect. And now, right now, I finally switched over to the rapid fire. The reason why it took me so long to switch over, even though I've had it, there was a couple issues. One thing, I thought this was screwing everything up, but it turned out my battery bay from Fat Shark, the default one, was going, it went bad. So as you can tell, I fixed it. So I figured out where the issue was. I'll probably come back in a later video and explain what happened here. But the rapid fire, the only thing that I really hate about it is auto search. It is absolute, I don't even know how you could even use it. It's an absolute piece of shit, but it makes up in performance because I had no breakups since I've been using it, which is something quite remarkable here. I'll have everything linked down below. Now this is really interesting here, my X-Lite. All right, so now my X-Lite. Now what do I have in here? I have actually quite a lot of things going on in here. Let me show you what I have. I have an R9M module, which till this day I've never used, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna use it with its antenna here. Let's put these to the side, everything else I'm actually using. So I have 18650s, which these are my backup batteries for this. Currently, as you can tell, I have the stock battery caps here. And I also got those external or extended 18650 caps up here. So if the internal batteries die, then I can use two 18650s right here, those two right there. So I can easily just swap those out. And this is a really important thing that I have here, which is the IRX4 Lite. I think this is much better quality than the Vantec because it is at least shielded inside. And I did use it today for the first time officially on a crappy receiver, and it worked great, which was the Sailfly X. I got a FlySky by accident, so I ended up having to use this on it, and it worked great, like really great. But there's a little tricks, there's some tips and tricks when you use this, like in the binding process. Usually it gets kind of complicated, but you know, the main thing to remember with those multi-protocol modules is that if once you switch to protocol, like you're about to start binding, find your correct protocol. Once you choose it, don't bind. Turn off your transmitter and then turn it back on, and then do the binding process. This way you won't have any issues. So keep that in mind also. And if we take a look here, I think this is the last thing. It depends on how I usually take my quads, but right now these are the last two right now I wanted to test today. Remember this one burned on the channel, burned a motor. I think it was the Spec one. So I found these Racer Star again. They're 1106 6000 kV, which they should handle 3S. I did fly it today slightly, but the props kept hitting this right here, so I had to modify it. However, the props do fit here. Those Toothpick class props, the 65mm props, they do fit on this, but in a light crash, they'll come flying off. So it's not really that stable, but it does work. So kind of, I still haven't, once I secure this back here, then I'm gonna go out and test it a flight. I did test this today, but not as much as I'd like to. I had 3 flights. They weren't full flights because there was people coming in and out of the park, and I don't want to hurt anyone. So yeah, I'm testing this also. This flew pretty good, but it's still too early, but I think it's not as efficient as the full speed. Nowhere near close to the efficiency as that one. So yeah, this is what I think currently. Let's actually put this one first and put this one. So there we go. I should actually take off the propellers. But I found these propellers 6 pairs, which means 3 sets for $3. That's crazy. So each set is $1. That's awesome. I just found them on Banggood right now. Yes, they're not gem fan, but you know, these are working really great. I don't see why you would need something else. So this is my ultra light portable FPV setup here. It's really easy to get prepared. No need to charge anything. I charge everything before I leave, which I usually don't do that, but now I am doing this. And then I just grab my skateboard over there, and then I go out and go through the city and find different spots and try to rip here and there. But I need to get used to some of the spots before I actually upload those videos, because my flying is absolutely terrible because I'm not used to those spots. But it is actually really fun. I've never done this before, and this Toothpick class is just making it much more attractive and much funner. And well, that's it guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Everything here will be linked down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out guys.